Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we'll be doing another gele tutorial. This is actually an Ankara chiffon turban ruffle tutorial, if I can call it that. Guys, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Please subscribe to my channel, like this video, and please share. So let's start. You can see I've already put the Ankara head tie on her head. Actually, it's actually a small head tie. That's why I decided to combine with the chiffon scarf so we can achieve this gele. So what I'm doing now is I started from the back and I'm pleating the gele before crossing it at the front. So I'm pleating the first side, which is my right hand side. I'm going to pleat that first. You can watch me, just take it easy. Pleats, take as many pleats as you can from that side. Don't make the gele get too short rather. So just take as you can. You can see I've taken mine. Yes, so that will do. I don't want the gele to be too short at the back, so I'm going to arrange the pleats, then cross. You can see the way I did the crossing. So I'm just taking the other side now, putting it over that, and then I'll also be pleating that side. It's a very small gele. It's a small head tie, Ankara head tie. So I just had to make do. If it was bigger, I would have been able to do more pleats and be able to maneuver properly, but it's small, so I just had to do what I could with what I had. So I'm just pleating. I'm going to take as much pleats as I can. You can see how short it actually is. I'm just taking as much as I can. Yes. So now what I'll be doing is using a pin to secure it, because it can't go all the way to the back for me to tie. So I'll be using a pin to secure both sides. I'm going to start with the first side I pleated at the back and secure it. I told my model to hold the one at the front, and then I'll secure that one tightly at the back first to make sure it doesn't move, because we'll be adding another gele on top, so I don't want this one to move. So I'll secure that tightly at the back using a pin. Careful not to lose your pleats while doing this. So yes, that's secured. I'm going to go around and secure the other side. You want to do this carefully and make sure it holds tight. Make sure you secure it tightly. Let the pin go in and secure tightly. I'm also going to be securing the other side, the flap, the ones flapping, because I need it to be tight on the head before adding the second scarf to it. So I'm just securing tightly. I'm adjusting whatever is left. Don't worry about that hair outside. The second scarf will cover all that. I'm making sure to secure everywhere that can raise up and make the scarf look bulky or big or too big on the head. You don't want it to look too big, so you just make sure to secure very well. We're going to be using a lot of pins in this tutorial, guys. Chiffon doesn't stay on as easily as silk wood or your normal Ankara and Ashoke wood. So yes, that's done. You can see it's tight on her head, even though I didn't tie it at any point in time. So what I'm doing, I'm taking my chiffon scarf. It's quite big, so I'm folding it into two halves. You can see I folded it. Now I'm placing that on her head and I'm going to start pleating. Chiffon doesn't pleat easily, guys. It's going to move a lot, so you just have to put your hold it tightly on the two ends, and then do the best you can. Just try and do the best you can while pleating. So all I'm trying to do now is just create as much pleats as I can. It's not easy with chiffon. It's not the same thing as ashoki. Just take as much as you can. Don't take everything, because you still want a little left over at the back to cover the hair. So I just took enough. Now all I'm doing is adjusting the pleat. I'm extending it. Sorry, as I forgot to mention, I actually did a 30-70 method with the chiffon scarf. So 30 on the left side and 70 on the right side, because I want to take it twice. So I want to go around twice. That's why I did that. So once I do this layer, I go on top with another layer. So I just extended my pleat. I'm adjusting it. And then I'll take it to the back and then bring it on top again. So I'm going to be pleating again on top this one. Tell your model to hold the shorter side so that the pleats you already made won't move, because it's chiffon. Any little thing can make it move, so you have to hold the other side tightly so it doesn't move. So I'm taking the other side now on top and then continuing my pleats. It wasn't easy pleating this. This was my first time using chiffon. It wasn't so easy. I guess because it had stones, that helped a bit to hold it in place. So I'm just creating more pleats. This time you would finish everything. You finish the whole scarf, the one you're all holding. So just create pleats. As it's not going to be perfect. These pleats are not going to be perfect. It's not going to be equal, but just try your best and make sure you hold it tightly, because it will keep moving while you're trying to pleat it. So just make sure to hold tightly. So that's it. I've created the pleat. You see, I'm adjusting. It looks tight because I'm actually holding it really tight. I don't want it to move. Yes, I told my model to also hold it at the top while I go to the other side and extend the pleats. So what I'm doing now, I'm extending my pleats. You see, it's not exactly perfect. It's moving, but I'm just trying to do the best I can. So that's it. I've extended my pleats. I'm going to have to pin this now before I start creating my ruffles. So what I'm doing, I'm just adjusting the pleats, extending it so it stays on well. Next thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to start pinning down. So don't worry if it's not perfect when you start. As you go, you are going to be adjusting and then pinning it. Like I said, we're going to use a lot of pins for this tutorial, because you want it to hold really tight and not move. So all I'm doing now is just pinning it down. Even pinning wasn't easy because you know, it's kind of, after putting all those pleats on it, before the pin could get down to secure it, it was a bit difficult. But just try your best to make sure you really get the pin in there so it doesn't move. You see, now that I've secured it tightly, she can let go of the shorter side, that's the 30, while I work on the 70 part, the longer part. Still trying to pin it. You have to pin it down before you start to create your ruffles. You do not want to start creating your ruffles and then it moves. So make sure it's tight. Don't worry about the top so much. You can see the way I'm trying to adjust the top so it stays. What I'm doing is I'm pinning that top down because I don't want it to move. If it moves, I have to start over. So now that I'm sure everything is secure, I'm starting to create my ruffles. You can create your ruffles any way you like. You can create as much as you want. I didn't do too much here, maybe because I was a bit scared. I didn't want the scarf to fall off, so I didn't want to do so much ruffles on the side. So what I'm doing is, and you can do your ruffles at any side. It can be the left, it can be the right. It depends on how you tie your gele. I'm used to the right hand side, so that's what I'm using here. So I'm just creating my ruffles. You create them like you want to create pleats too, like bigger pleats. You start with creating a bigger pleat first. You can always go back and adjust your ruffles to look anyhow you want it to look. So while you are creating, be pinning it down, be securing it first. Just make sure you secure it to the gele first before you can go back and start to readjust. So I'm still pinning. A lot of pain, guys. You need a lot of pain. Don't worry, it will not show, because this is I think it's even better because it's chiffon, because it hides the pins well. So once you pin it inside, the chiffon will hide it for you, so you don't be too concerned about the pins showing. It won't show. Mine didn't really show. Mine didn't show. So you see, I'm being very careful. I don't want it to move. You can see the part I'm taking to the back. I'm going to be tying that. I wouldn't tie. I would just make sure to secure, but I was scared that it could easily fall off, so I had to take some to the back that I would be tying. Normally that whole side I would use it to create ruffles. If I was working with a silk gele or ashoki or Ankara, I would use everything to create ruffles, but I'm going to be tying some at the back just to make sure that this holds tightly. So I'm still trying to maneuver my ruffles. I'm just trying to create it the best way I can and then pin it down. You can create your ruffles anyhow it suits you. Just make sure to pin down properly so it doesn't shift, move, or fall off later on. So before I'm going to continue my ruffles, I'm going to try and tie this at the back first. I'm going to tell my model to turn, and then yes, I'm going to be tying it at the back. Tell your model to hold it securely at the front so it doesn't move while you're tying it. So she held it for me, and then make sure to put everything inside. The other little side I used a pin to secure because I don't want any of it falling off on her neck or anything, so I just use a pin to hold that securely in. Now my mind was a bit at rest after doing this. So what I did, guys, sorry, I had to do it off camera. I was so scared. I didn't want to the gele to fall off, so I just shifted you can see the cross at the front. I shifted it a bit to the side, and then I told my model to push the gele back a bit from her hair, from her front line. Just push it back. So now I'm readjusting my ruffles. I'm just going through it, just readjusting the ruffles. It's pretty much done at this point. Like I said, you can create as much ruffles as you want. You can create it anyhow that it would suit you. So what I'm doing is just adjusting it, just adjusting, pinning, changing the style a bit, and that's it, guys. So you can do, it's very simple. Okay, no, not very simple, but it's doable with chiffon. If you can't do with chiffon, you can do it with silk. Silk will be better. I think silk will hold better. Maybe I'll create something else with silk, but that's just it, guys. That's it, guys. So that's pretty much it for the tutorial. Adjust as much as you can, but try not to spoil the work you've already done. So yeah, you're going to have to be careful. I'm doing is just adjusting everything on my model's head. Yes, guys, so this is the finished look. Please don't forget to subscribe and like this video for more videos. Thank you so much, guys.